Okay, hello. Okay, hello. One, two, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5. One, two, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5. Hello, hello. Hello. Dum 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 dum. Dum dum dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum dum dum. Hello. Hello. Let's just wait for some more people to show up. Hopefully the Facebook spam will work. Hello. How's it going? Funny, it says no people are watching, but there's 3 of you. Yes, Nuno, I do know a little bit about FR Sky. What's your problem? You can do it in Portuguese, I'll translate. Qual é o teu problema, cara? Hey, DR3. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully it'll be interesting for you all. I'm just waiting for some more people to show up. I can't see how many people are actually there. Two people it says. Interesting. Hit us up in the chat. Let us know you're here. Yes, hey Nick, Grey 1 FPV. I will be starting with my actual soldering iron so that if something goes wrong, I don't have to mess up yours. If you know what I mean. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's get some more, one more video up, and then after this one we can start with the fixums. Asda Field over the road from there. Yes, we call the Asda Fields Hengrove 2 or 2 trees because of the big tall trees over there. Yeah, pretty nice, but there is a very annoying Karen who sometimes comes around with her dog saying that we purposefully chase her dog and scare her dog, which kind of sucks. So we haven't been there for a few weeks or so. But yeah, Hengrove 2 or 2 trees. So you got an RX8R. Okay, I think you might need to flash the firmware by connecting the RX8R either to a serial port converter or to the radio's serial port to flash the firmware on there. To be honest with you, I would probably get rid of the RX8R and get the XM Plus, if that is suitable for you. XM Plus. You know the Karen. Yes, the dog walker lady. She fucking sucks, mate. Yeah, lovely stuff. Anyway, yeah, I forgot to hit you up, the R3, when we went there last weekend, because I do not have you on Facebook. So if you could kindly join the FPV Adventurers group on Facebook, next time you will get the notification of when we are out. Okay. So, 4 people. So, Nuno, have you understood what I said? Tens que flashar o receptor, ou então, pá, esse receptor é tão velho, man, vai buscar XM Plus, meu, XM Plus, se isso serve para ti. Yeah, or get Express LRS, which is much better, but I understand you only fly planes, right? Airplanes. But it should work if you're using a flight controller. If you're not using a flight controller, then yeah, the X8R is more suitable because it's got the PPM and PWM outputs, which you might need. So yeah, a bit of a tricky one. But why the hell did you buy the Horus anyway? I don't understand why you'd buy such a convoluted, complicated, overly priced, overly featured radio, which you probably never use any of the features anyway. So, yeah, that's as much as I can help you on that one. Yeah, everyone's ditching FrSky and going to either TBS or to Express LRS, which is developing quite nicely. Express LRS is open source, so much better. So, shall we get into the fixums? There's enough of me flying around. It seems to be glitching as well. So, let me just quickly put my OBS onto my front cam so you can see my face. This is my face. And now we can go back to the desk and see what we have in store for you tonight. Tonight's very exciting. So I have Grey One's ts100 over here, my ts100. I have a GoPro session. Yes, and a GoPro session. So we're going to be dealing with these today. First off, let's do the ts100 because I really want to get this fixed. So the ts100 screens normally die. A lot of people have complained that the ts100 screen dies because it's an OLED and yeah, it's not very robust. So first we get that off. I'm going to put that one in yours, Nick, so that I can use yours to solder my screen on. Okay, I need a place for the screws. They can go straight in this box, right? So to get the ts100 open, it's quite simple. 1.5mm Allen hex. Take the 2 screws out. This ground screw, you don't need to take that one out yet. Once you've got the 2 screws out, you can sort of put your nail under here, under the front bit, along the side. Slide your nail or a plastic spudger, if you have one, along both sides to release the clips, and then it comes out, it comes open. There's some this rubber thing here, don't lose that. Now you have the barrel connector. and you have 2 screws holding the tip contacts in. Those are 2 Phillips 00s. So get the Phillips 00 out, which is not in the box. Here it is already. Phillips 00. And we'll remove these 2 screws, and the copper contacts come with it. And that will release the board from the soldering iron. I haven't fixed one of these yet, but I have taken it apart, and I've also seen a video on how to take it apart elsewhere. So try not to lose all these screws. They're super tiny. Right. Now it should just be a case of popping this out. There's another little metal bit in the end. You can just pull on that. That will help it come through. And then, do we have another screw under here? I can't remember. There's a secondary board on there that can come out, as you can see. I've got to keep my eye on the chat, so let me move my chat window across to the other screen. Chat window. There you go. You just ditched it for don't TBS. I do that already. What if you do that already? What do you do already? There's no other screw under there. Ah, let's get the ground screw out. That's what it is. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about, buddy? Okay, so there you go. Oh dear. What? Huh. I guess I must have pulled a little bit too hard on that ground pin. It's actually desoldered the standoff. Oh, never mind. We'll just put that back on at the end. Yeah, the little standoffs come off. We'll solder that back on later. Oopsie. Anyway, the buttons, don't forget the buttons. They've also come out. So here, get all this stuff out of the way. So here we have the ts100 board. Now, 2 sticky pads underneath. I'm going to slice those with my knife. Looks like seems to be good quality foam. Then I'll use some double-sided tape to put it back on at the end. There you go. That is off. Now we remove this bit of foam here by gently rolling it. And there we have it. So you see the screen is soldered on. Loads of little contacts there. So this is a very, I would say, a bit of an intermediate challenge to fix this. So let's see how it goes. I have some blue tack. Yeah, this is going to be a bit challenging with the soldering iron. I don't want to use the heat gun. Let's see. I have my lipo power. Always cut away. Hey, Finley, how you doing, mate? Long time no see. Glad to see you here. Always cut away. Yeah, I cut away from myself, but yeah, you see all the attempts. Yeah, it still works. So here are the replacement screens. Very nicely. I hope these are okay. Like, I don't know if you can see, but they're slightly transparent around this end, but the part where the display sort of shows the characters is actually, you know, completely inked through, like the liquid crystals in there. So I'm sure it will be fine. Okay, let's see if we can get this off without too much damage. So I use a bit of blue tack to hold it in place. Yeah, I can see this working. So clean the tip and add solder. And you just slightly swipe along, pulling, twisting it so that there you go. That's all off. Now, let's get all these ones out of here. Okay, so that was relatively easy to just swipe along there. Now I've got loads of short circuits in there. It's all gunged up. So I'm going to add some flux and try to clear up some of the solder. Let me get the focus mode on. Adding the flux will help to remove all the shorts that you create. It looks beautiful. Okay. Now I am going to just take the screen and on the front face just looking at that, saying it's a bit good on the front face. Just going to add some flux. And tin those pads on the bottom. We need a little bit of solder on there. Not too much, just a wee bit. Let's get the focus again. Beautiful. There's no shorts. Everything looks very, very nice. Now, pop that back in. Now this is the bit I need to twist this around because I is left-handed. This is the tricky bit. Get some more flux, and let's get this focus sorted as well. Okay. Hello to the newcomers. Leave us a note in the chat to tell us who you are, so we know who you are. 'Cause I have no clue. Welcome. Today we're fixing the ts100 screen. I just have to line this up the best I can. One tap just to keep it in place. There's just a little bit of solder there to keep it in place. Now let me zoom in and see if it's properly lined up. That is as lined up as it is ever going to be. Okay. Very nice. Let's put this back down. Right on the bullseye there. 100 points. So now, I've dipped this edge. I'm going to dip the other edge in, but I need something to hold it down with. So I'm going to use my tweezers. Make sure it's nice and flat. There you go. That's one. Add some more flux onto it. Just hold it down again. Now we got to inspect that to see if there's any issues. It's looking good, but it needs more. Don't think that's completely soldered in. A little bit more flux. Just to be safe. I really hope I don't create a short circuit here. Looking good. Gonna do one more swipe. Just in the middle here, because I see there's no. There's not. Oh, sorry. Every time I do this, I forget to focus. You guys are out of focus. I need to get one of those microscope thingies. That would be cool, wouldn't it? See that again. Yes. Thank you, Finley. Hey, Walter. How you doing? How are you doing, my brother? Walter is brother from another mother. Okay. I do not think there are any short circuits there, so let me clean the flux off with some alcohol. Let me see. Yes, Walter, I have some new broadband. So now I can do live streams properly. I have proper broadband. Já tenho largura de banda para fazer bons lives, pá. Tá aí o Tuga, Nuno, ainda estás aí, pá. Não sei se chegaste a conhecer o Walter. I almost knocked the GoPro box with all the parts on the floor. Right. Let's clean the alcohol off with this bit. Oh shit, you're out of focus again. Yeah, I can't leave this on autofocus because that would be like ridiculously bad. It would just be jumping around everywhere. So I manually focus you. Oh mate, that is looking freaking awesome. That is looking awesome. Now, will it work? Let me unplug this one. And moment of truth. Boom. Nope. I have nothing. I have nothing. Huh. Nothing at all. Let's look at this a bit better. I don't see any bridges. Looks lined up. Everything. Wonder if this needs to be in the case with the other contacts on and all that jazz for it to work. I wonder. Maybe it needs these two contacts, and if anybody knows the answer to that, I wonder if it needs to be in the case. No, the little thingy that came off in the beginning is the ground connector. So you have a ground connector here on the back, so you can put a ground strap in. That doesn't do anything at all in terms of functionality. The main thing is that I think might be that it will not turn on if these two connectors are not got the resistor in. Não há donativos porque ainda não cheguei aos 1000, Walter. What's that bit snapped off? Could it be any of them capacitors? Haha, boom, minha casa foi abaixo. Hey, Darks. No. I'm gonna put those two contacts back on and see if that makes a difference. I honestly do not know. But we can certainly find out. Now the problem is getting the friggin' screws out. There's one. Which I haven't. I'll use the tweezers. Where are my tweezers? This one goes in this way. Cheers. Yes. A very, very steady hand for this. Thank you. I was told when I was very, very young that I should become a surgeon. But I said to myself, surgeon equals too much school, and I don't like school. Is that aligned with the holes? I hope so. Yeah. It's not aligning up. There you go. That one lined up. This one goes in this way. Where's my screw? Yes, surgeon. Become a surgeon, Kenny boy, they said. So there's 2 holes in the board for these brass contacts to go on. So they're only going one way. Come on, get in there. There you go. Got it. Now, let's get your grey one. Do you remember if you have ever turned the soldering iron on without the tip connected? And did it come on? That's an interesting question. Hello, how you doing, Superfly? I am fixing a ts100 screens and fixing a GoPro Session 5. Right, let's try it again. Nope. Will it heat up though? No. See, this is why I did it on mine first. Could also be my cable bad. I've had trouble with this cable before. Let's just see if it heats up. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, DR3. Nothing. I've got nothing. Oh, you dumbass. You know why? Can anybody try and guess why it is not working? I'll give you one go. You got one chance. I just figured out why it's not working. You reckon, Finley? Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else know why it's not working? What is wrong with this picture? Let me do the exposure a bit so you can see better. What is wrong with that picture? Huh? Why is it not working? Huh? There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and it will work. No power. Well, okay, notwithstanding the power. What else is wrong with this picture? Huh? What is wrong with the picture? Doesn't work without a fucking microcontroller. So Kenny boy is a bit of a dumbass. The screen's obviously not in the correct position yet. I'll do that in a minute. Let's just see if it works. Oh, great. Interesting. Why does it crash? Very interesting. The screen corrupted. But is it getting hot? Yes. So after boot, the screen corrupts. Okay, it might just be because it's not in the... I mean, the board's still loose and the screen's loose in there. I think that I'm gonna put the screen in the right position and call it. Yeah. It might be grounding issues as well and other stuff because this is half apart, so. Could just be that it doesn't, it's not sitting correctly or something. Remove the screen protector. We get some double-sided tape. I'm considering if I should use a sticky fixer or this. I think I'll use a sticky fixer. Sticky fixers. I don't particularly like sticky fixers, but since it had something quite similar on there already, I think I'll use sticky fixers. What do you think? This stuff is horrible. I'll use sticky fixers on that side and some really skinny double-sided tape for the part that's still got the foam on it. Right, how many of you are still here? 6. That is absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for joining. If you have any questions that you would like answered, please fire away. I'm happy to oblige. Get rid of this white stuff. Now, to align or not to align? Yeah, I think that will do. That will do quite nicely. Trim the edge of this white stuff. Not quite aligned. Gone a bit too far. There you go. So it just lines with the edge of the foam, with the black foam. Okay. That's better. Let's see if the screen's still corrupting. That seems a bit better. Let's see if it throws... No, it's gone. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna test it with the ground. Let's put this ground thing back on, shall we? This grounding standoff that came off. We should just be able to pop that back in place. Let me get this controller out of here. Very nice. True super. This is like ASMR. Oh wow, thank you. I'm gonna take that as a compliment because, you know, I don't do a lot of live streams, but sometimes I don't really know what I'm talking about, so if you think it's like ASMR, I'm gonna take it, bruv. I needed to speak to you anyway, Stephen, because I am in some dire need of frame components, but I do not have any money. So this might take a little while for it to like heat up the brass standoff to a point where that happens. Shit. ASMR, he says. Come on, fall into place. There you go. Nah, that's not straight. Wow. It's grounded onto the barrel jack. So it really does take a lot of heat. Okay. It's a bit straighter. And I'll let the capillary effect take the solder. Yeah, that's not straight at all. Yeah, this whole thing's getting really hot now because it's grounded onto the barrel jack. Come on. It's one of those things you need a bigger soldering iron for. Just gently try and pull it over. Yeah, gently doesn't do it. Come on. I'm almost tempted to leave this out, because there's nothing, I mean, there's, you know, there's nothing, as in, nah, it's not doing anything, I'm leaving it. Having said that, let me try with Joshua Bardwell's favorite tool. The thing is, this is so fine. Ah. No. Let's try with Kenny's favorite tool instead. The thing is, you need a nice firm grip on it so you can sort of wedge it into place. All of this stuff is so hot now, it doesn't want to stay. There's no solid base for it. 2 grey, 1, huh? I'll have some frames if they're free to, preferably racing. Yeah. I don't want free frames, I just want heavily discounted frames. I've broken so many. Too much. Come on. Oh dear. Okay, I'm calling it. That is good enough. Now, I'm interested to know why the thing is corrupting the screen. Is it just a bad contact in there somewhere? Microcontroller. Okay. That one is done. Let's put it back together and move on to the next one. I mean, if it is the screen that's faulty, how many do you want? So I could just replace it again later. By the way, good night, Finley. Take care. Yes. Helps if everything stays in frame, doesn't it? It helps if I don't cover everything. Now I can't align the screws. There you go. Okay. If you guys would like to let anybody else know that the stream is happening, that would be quite cool. So to put this cap back on, you put the back in first, under the barrel jack. If it actually goes back in, because there you go. Ah, damn it. Forgot the buttons. Newbie says what? It's one of those situations, out of sight, out of mind. I didn't see the buttons, so I didn't put them back in. And also missed the front shields. Da 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 da. Hello, welcome to the latest arrival. I am fixing the ts100 soldering iron screens times 2. Already done one. I'm in the process of putting it back together now. And then I'll be fixing a GoPro 5 in a minute. Oh, come on. Now this little shield needs to go in as well. It's not what I wanted. Get in there. Stay in there. Put this back in. There you go. Lovely. Okay. Yeah, somebody said something about breathing. Yeah, my microphone is right in front of my face, so when I'm like hunching over like this, unfortunately, my nostrils get in the way. It's amazing how everything just falls right into the position it was before. Now you see this little gold thing here gets in the way of the front bit and doesn't let it snap into place. There you go. La 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 la. The last 3 screws, and we can move on to the next one. Yeah, so a little bit of a dicey situation there when it didn't power on without the microcontroller. Cheers, bud. I shared it all on all the other groups as well, but not everybody enjoys my things. 2 shorter screws, I think. There you go. There you go. That is all back together. Yeah, it's still gonna corrupt. It's still corrupting the screen. Maybe it's got to do just with the voltage of the LiPo. Hey, better than it was. Much better. I'm call that a success. I will call that a success. So, grey one. This is your grey one. Did you hear me, grey one? So 2 short screws. Oh wow. Why is that screw rounded out, sir? Wow. That screw is completely destroyed. Might just be my particular. This driver is very old. Have you ever taken this apart? Have you ever taken it apart, sir? Just want to know if the clips are still in order or not. You are witnessing there you go. Okay, never touched it. Great stuff. So, you know you can get a new casing for it on its own to replace the cracked casing. Might want to look into that because it's like barely holding on. Well, it's not really functional. It's not a functional problem. Okay. Same thing. Yeah, I got a bit bashed about. Yeah, it's fine. Let's cut the foam. I'm cutting away from myself to make the YouTube happy, algorithm happy, I mean. Push this stuff off. There we go. Get some flux. Add some solder. Clean the tip. Add some solder. And with a twisting motion, you see I'm twisting it. Just twisting it. And then off it comes. There you go. It's like peeling a band-aid. A little bit of flux. Clean the tip. And inspect. Looks good to me. Screen. Get some flux. Just tin these. Let's inspect them. come on, give me some light. Aha. Gotcha. Looking good. Now, just going to zoom in a little bit so I can actually align this. A little bit out of alignment, about half a mil. We can't have that. Let's try again. Looks better. Yeah, I'll take that. I will take that. Flux. Clean. Wipe. Flux clean wipe. And look, my screen hasn't corrupted yet. What do you think, Grey One? Does that pass? Does that pass your inspection, sir? I do not see any bridges. Let's go a bit closer. Looks good to me. Where did it go? There it is. So, that one looks to be good. Let's just clean off the flux and give it a quick inspection again. You never know. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I am happy with that, and let's get a sticky fixer. Some double tape. This roll of tape was the most expensive piece of shit I've ever bought in my freaking life. I use this to fix cell phones and to fix iMac screens and iPod screens. It's good stuff, but it's freaking expensive, mate. Gotta take the paper off the sticky fixer first. Huh, doesn't want to stick. I wonder why. Because the flux capacitor doesn't want it to. Sticky fixer. More sticky fixer. Who's excited to see the GoPro repair? Anyone? That's going to be next. Come on. Alright. This stuff ain't sticking. It's just absorbing all the alcohol up. Let me try unsticking the back of it while it's in the air. Jesus. Did I tell you I hate this stuff? Okay. I'm not going to bother trimming it. Right, screen protector. I think the screen protector's off already. Yeah, screen protector's off. Let's put it back together. Moment of truth, Mr. Grey One. Are you still there? Are you still there, sir? Yeah? Oh, it's got a bad tip. That's what she said last night. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. That's what I'm saying, you know. I like it. I like it a lot. Get your buttons. Yeah, woohoo. Happy days, mate. Happy freaking days. Okay. Why is this out of focus again? Now, get your screws. Woohoo! Lovely. Lovely. Nice one, dude. Yes. I am happy this worked as well, because now I have the experience of +2 and I can make this service available to my audience at a and somewhat enhance my income with this service, because I know there are a lot of these that are faulty. They've got bad screens, because that's what they are. They're just bad. Let's get this little golden thing in the right place. This golden thing is so annoying. This at the tip here. There you go. It's got a technique. Now, let's put your screws back in. So that's the rear one, which is rounded off. That's the front one. These barely hold in place, so I would highly recommend that you acquire a new casing. Yep. Hey EBR, welcome. Nice to see you here. Really enjoyed your videos over these last few months. You're I don't comment a lot on them, but I always watch them. They're always #1 in my feed for some reason. I don't know what you've done to the algorithm, mate, but your videos always show first. You've got to teach me that trick. Ah, that's cool. It's cool having two, so you don't have to change the tips. These two I've fixed today. They had bad screens. The screens went bad, so I've just replaced them with some aftermarket screens, and they are hunky-dory now. 500 degrees. Oh dear. Bad tip. Cool. Let's just, for the sake of sanity, let's pop my tip on. Is it too tight? That's what she said last night. Again, there's a joke there somewhere. Okay, ready? Looks good to me. Is it hot? Sizzle, sizzle. Marvelous, mate. So there you go. That one's fixed, sir. That one is fixed indeed. Great success. So just mind the screen's corrupting from time to time. I will fix that one at a later date sometime. Right. Don't forget that I've tightened your retention screws, so don't force it in all the way. Alright. This one belongs to Grey 1 FPV, who's in the chat as well. It's very nice. There you go. That's done. Fixed, sir. Now, moving on, we are going to fix a GoPro Session 5. So I have, I'll show you in a minute. You're a welcome, Grey One, and I will see you on Saturday morning at the races. Or actually, maybe we might see you Friday. Yeah, so mine is sort of working, but the screen corrupts. It must have to do with the firmware. It might need a firmware update. I'm not going to worry about that. That is marvelous. So, GoPros. GoPros, this is what we have right now. I have this. I have the innards of multiple GoPros. So, this original one, obviously the screen broke, as you can see there. So that's no good. And they don't sell just the LCD. I was hoping it's very similar to the ts100 screen. I've just thrown them away. Hang on again. It's actually quite similar. It's a bit of a different layout, but the size is similar. But they just sell. I found this entire assembly on AliExpress for £15. Okay, which comes with the power button, the buzzer, the LED, the microphone, the rear microphone, and yeah, that's it. Which is going to go onto this one. Now this one, I smashed it into the bando, and it does sort of flash the LED and does some beepery, I think. Yeah, it's doing something, but I can't see what's happening on the screen, so I need to replace the screen assembly out, because this one is also broken. So I'm going to take this apart and replace the screen assembly, and if this board doesn't work, I have another replacement board here, which I think is okay. And we'll just swap parts until I can get it working again. And hopefully I can get it working again. So it shouldn't take too long. So let's crack on. I also would like some yeah, it's corrupting the screen now for some reason. There you go. Interesting. So first things first, we've got to remove the battery. So we'll start with the negative pad with ground. This has been off so many times. These battery cables are probably going to break at some point, which is okay because I've got a spare. Come on. There you go. Right. Let's remove the battery. It's normally stuck, but all of the sticky stuff came off. It doesn't matter though. That can go there. I have a spare. Another one here. Right, so those are set aside. Alright, there you go. That's the only soldering we have. The battery. Now, to get this apart, we have one clip. The screws are missing because I took this apart the other day. There is another clip there on the back. These ribbon cables are quite delicate. As said, there you go. And then on the inside, move that ribbon cable. There's another ribbon cable back here. There you go. And now we can fold this back a bit. And there you go. And then in the back here, this is stuck on the main board. Has got these heat spreader pads. And then right at the back, under here, is another freaking ribbon cable, which is the hardest thing, but you can actually just pull it out. There you go. This is the hardest thing to get back on, because this has to go, the board has to go in there and then clip on. Oh, it's a nightmare. Anyway, board's out. Next, we need to remove a ton of T4 screws. And there's an order to this. I've already taken the shield off the back. There's an order to this, and I can't remember what the order is, but we're just gonna wing it. Ooh. Now these T4 screws, I have a baggie with all the screws for this camera. So I'm gonna just chuck them in there. Now let me look at the other parts that are already been taken out to see what screws I need to take off. These two need to come out. Later, gonna do some VR now. I broke the screw that holds the tip. That's the actual reason why I have two. But now it's really handy, yeah. I believe so. I never change tips. I have never used the chisel tip on mine ever. And since I've been doing drone stuff, I have never had the need for any other tip. I don't do any other soldering. But if I do, I have an emergency gas soldering iron that I can use for that stuff. So that one's out. This one's out now. There's 4 screws. They're Phillips screws holding the thingamabob out. I know there's something in here I have to remove. There's like this plastic clip. There you go. That has to come out. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 holding the plastic casing onto the thingy. And that is a Phillips 00, which has gone walkies. There it is. Hey, David. David? Who's David? Oh, there he is. David. That's DR3. I now know your name. I couldn't remember your name. Thank you for that. Love it. This whole metal thing with the USB also comes out. Just not sure it's ready to come out yet. No, this screw has to come out first. That one's out. Now there you go. So you see this ribbon here is the SD card holder. And that's the hard ribbon to get back in place. Okay, 3 more. I might need to get my miniature screwdrivers out. There you go. This just about fits the screwdriver in there. Ooh, yeah, I've got to go get a miniature. Oh, hang on. No. Is this a trilobe? Ah, there it is. Yeah, let's use this one. Okay. There's that screw, and this. Chana! Bonus! So it is much less taken apart than I thought. So now we just got to get rid of this one. Which is stuck on with a wee bit of glue, I think. I'm not entirely sure if that's stuck on with glue or not. No, I think this just pops up. Does it need to unglue? Or does it just unclip from here? I think it's glued in. Just got to gently, there you go, gently unglue this USB thing. There you go. To be honest, I didn't really need to unglue this because I've got one right here. Like a dumbass, I could have just used this one. Whatever. In it goes. David. How many people? 5? 5 people still there? Nice. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate you guys coming in to watch. This has been the first stream for quite some time because I didn't have any. I had like 4G broadband. I had 4G broadband and I couldn't stream with that for anything. So little trick to keep your screws on your driver. Use flux. It's nice and sticky. Some good sticky icky. And that allows you to keep the screws stuck. Now there's 2 different sizes of screws for this area. There you go. And I have no clue which size goes where, so I'm just gonna wing it. I don't even know if this works, so I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. I think the shorter screws for that other little plastic bit. popcorn. Lovely. Love it. So the screws are now in. Then we get our USB thing. This little ribbon has to go under there and in there. And I got it spot on, the short screws for the metal bit. So gotcha, spot on. So yeah, so I was talking about this little connector here. This one. It actually, if you pull it, it'll actually come out. And that will probably allow me to connect it properly. And then you just have to like push it back in again. This is a little trick I learned the first time I took this thing apart. Well, this session, the first session I took apart. SD holder back in place. That is cool. Now I need 2 for plastic. This is where these little T4s come in now. I think I need 2 for plastic. There's 2 different types of screws. Some that go into plastic and others that go into metal. And that's the important bit. So these 2 are for plastic, which are the coarse thread. They hold the USB-C in place. Yeah. Cool beans. Now I need to see something. I need to see if I'm doing things right. So it's good to have a reference. Chan-chana. So 2 more for this metal bit. Now, are they coarse thread or not? Yes, that one's coarse and that one is a Phillips. What the hell? Okay, that's a metal Phillips. Cool. Sorry, I was out of frame. Yeah, it's good to have one for reference. So now I need another coarse thread. T4 with a small back. There it is. That one goes in there. Okay. And now put this plastic thing, clip this plastic thing back into place, like such. So that's just a mechanical retention for the SD card slot. This little wedge. It's pretty cool. And what else do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm wondering if if I missed a screw somewhere in there. I don't think so. Anyway, time to do a little bit of a test. Let me just do something first. Lovely. Right. Now, you see, the tricky bit about this connector, this particular connector, is it's right on the inside of the board. So, got to sort of pull it out. And somehow line it up, which means bending this back. Haha, bingo. Now, I somehow need to push it back in. Oh, golden, mate. Ah, this is going so well. Jinxed it. Next connector in. That is not lining up. Come on. Line up. These are so fiddly. If it doesn't line up properly, it will not go in. Thing is, I can't see which way it's supposed to go. If I'm going left or right. Shit. There you go. There, got it. Now is the bottom one still in though? Yes. Now that's the fiddly bit, you see. The board has come out of its place. I need to wedge that back in to its locator. And it's not gonna, yeah. Didn't go in without taking that one at the bottom, still in, which is good. But this one popped out here. Come on, get in there. Gotcha. Whew. Now, you've got this one at the back. Which you can actually use the board to create pressure with, and then this one at the top, and that's it. There you go, all four in. Now I'm gonna put one of these thick screws in here, so it's got the broad screw head. Come on. And it drives into plastic, so coarse thread. Good night. This one goes into here, so I'm just putting this in to secure the board in place. Okay. I think that's about it. Right, time to reconnect the battery. In the comments, will it work? That's the real question. All this trouble. Will it work? What do you guys think? Will it work or not? I hope it does. That's interesting. My my ts100 screen is mirrored. How about that? Why? It's like flipped upside down. It's so weird. Whatever. Okay, battery time. Do. Should have straightened the pads first. Yeah, it was so weird. I mean, it's got something to do with the inertia unit. Yeah, don't forget I just repaired this earlier on, so I don't know if it's 100% soldered. I don't think it is. I'll have to do it again. But red light. Yeah, we've got a red light. That means the board is okay. Ish. So far. Now let's tuck the battery in. So, anybody gonna put a wager on whether it works or not? It's not behaving like it was before. Nope. So when I press the back button, I should get a red flash. Nothing. Okay, got a red LED there. Let me try resetting it with both buttons. "30 seconds. Nope, I think this board's done. Let's replace the board with the other board. Now the screen's all corrupt. But if I unplug it, plug it back in again, there you go. Now it won't corrupt anymore. Do 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 do. Now it's fine. Strange, huh? Yeah, the red light there, but yeah, I was kind of expecting this board to be dead. Then again, I'm not sure if these pads are quite right either. Let's try the other battery. Steady. Oh gosh, I can hardly see. Red light. Nothing. It's the same. Right. Off with its head. Right. This is a quick swap. Got to take off one screw, redo all those connectors again. One connector, two connector, 3 connector. And 4 connector. Right, so that one's definitely dodgy. Let's try this one. Come on. Three, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ah, bollocks. This connector is always a pain to realign. Come on. Come on. Wow. Sure, they've got a little trick in the factory for this. Gotcha. Nope. Why? There's a bit of gunk here from that heat pad, from that from the thermal pad. You can't see it, but there it is, that little grey bit. Got it, I think. Okay. Why is it not going in? That's so strange. This is the main connector to the lens. Ah, gotcha. Okay. That is very, very fragile right now. Very fragile. Shit. Right, that one's in. Let's put this one in, just to keep it in place. And let's go back to this one. Come on. Don't give Uncle Kenny grief. Hey RJ, how's it going, buddy? Looks like it's just a couple of y'all left, so I'm just finishing trying to put this connector on. It is so weak. It is so weak. I'm going to put a screw in just to hold it in place because that connector is so weak. Need to go to sleep now. Cheers, buddy. Take care. See you later. What has come off? Does that actually come off the board? Yeah. The little standoffs come off. Anyway, let's pray that that doesn't pop. That it doesn't pop out. Let's put the battery back on. Oh, those look like it's just me. Do, 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 do. Okay. GoPro turn off. Okay. Very interesting. GoPro turn off. Hello, who's there? Give us something in the chat. Let us know who's there. I'm in the final steps of fixing this GoPro session. So I've replaced the screen assembly and the board. But now I'm having a bit of issue. Hey, Darks. It works with the thingy. The reason why it didn't just kick back into life there just now is because this connector here is very weak and it's popped off, keeps popping off. So I need to sort of align it. It's not clicking into place. I just need to figure out which way to push it. So that seems to be in place, but it's not clicking. Yeah, it's not clicking into place and I don't know why. Because I can't see. Let's see. That looks fine. Ah. Is it this little corner thing? Hmm. Ah. Did I just mess up this connector? Shit. Ah. Hmm. Not very nice. I don't know what is going on. So it looks like I have somehow foobarred this connector. Because it's not clicking into place anymore. Yeah, something is definitely mechanically wrong, and I cannot for the life of me see it. Seems fine. Alright, this has gone downhill. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it here and try to deal with this tomorrow, because it's just not right. Right, I'm out. This is done.